Today I'm gonna tell you how you should defend yourself. How should you stand up for yourself, for people that you take care of, that you care about, to your values that you want to defend. So how do you do those things? My name is Pawan, and I'm gonna tell you a story of mine. Back when I was in grade 6, that time, this was 2011, 11, 12, around. I was I was around I was 12 years old by this time, 11, 12 years old. At this time I had a really close friend in my class. He was fat. I was also kind of fat. I was no, I'm gonna change it. I was fat. And we got along really well. We were really good friends. For 7 months or something, we went to each other's houses. Like, we met each other's families. Like, hey, he's one of my closest friends. We really enjoyed each other's company. We would joke around, like have like one of my best friends. He was one of my best friends at that time. However, slowly he started to, I don't know what changed in him, but slowly he would start to make fun of me, but in a rude way. Like, he would literally make fun of me. It's a different thing when you're making fun of your friends and you're just taking the piss out of them, just like, hey, just to tease them. That's different. However, this guy, he would make fun of my family, my parents. He slowly started doing that. He would make fun of what I looked like. I used to look super ugly. He would make fun of my looks, about my performance, about my clothing, anything. Slowly he started doing those things. And at some point of time, I gave him enough chances, and I thought he was just being joking, but turned out that now, not really. He kind of meant those things. And since then, I made a complaint about him in school. And our class teacher, he wrote a letter to his parents. And of course, since then, he just stayed away from me. And there were these other two kids in my class. They would always like enjoy it whenever there's somebody's having a bad relationship with somebody and they're like kind of in a fight. Those two guys would completely enjoy it. So there was a time in music class, we were sitting outside just playing guitar or something. It was myself, those two guys, and this friend of mine, ex-best friend of mine. And he, once again, he starts making fun of me. He's making fun of my guitar. I had a shitty guitar. He was making fun of that. He was saying how my mom had ear problems. I don't know. He was trying to get something on me. And before that, I was like, stop saying these things. I don't like that you're saying these things. So stop doing it. I'll keep complaining about you if you don't stop. I shouldn't have done that. I should have done something else. And eventually he started going to my mother. He started insulting my mom. And that's when it was like, no, this is too far. So I just hit him with a book that I had, a textbook, and I just hit him with that. And of course he flinched, and then he kind of also hit me, but somebody stopped us, like, hey, stop fighting. And those two kids were just like enjoying it. They were just laughing, like, oh, he said this for his mother. Oh, he's hitting him back or something. And I pushed him or something. I'm not really sure. I don't have good memory in that case. But I think I hit him with my textbook, or I pushed his chair and he almost fell down. But I did something. That's what I remember. And since then, we just completely stopped talking to each other. I would not even go near him, because just to avoid him, and he would do the same, because he started all these things. So that's one way I defended myself, and people kind of respected that, because before that I used to kind of get made fun of a lot about some other things, about my background, about my race. I'm Indian, because I was the only brown kid in class. So I would sometimes get made fun of, like, his country's like dirty, and the religions there are weird, like they sing songs and they're like funny sounding, and like I got made fun of like that. But some of the people, they stopped doing that to me once they kind of found out that this thing happened. So they kind of just stayed away. So they kind of respect you. If you stand up for yourself, people will respect you, not the other way around. If somebody's making fun of you and you hit them back, well, that's if they start hitting you first, then people will respect that. Like, oh, this guy actually stands up for himself. Nobody does that nowadays. People do that. Very few people like actually stand up for themselves and are willing to do whatever it takes to defend themselves. It's very rare. So how do you start doing these things? Well, it's not like you instantly start defending yourself. There's a time frame you will go through. You have to learn what your values are. I've said this before as well. Learn what your values are. And every time you think of something, think, is this really the best thing for me? Let's say you want to join a new religion, join a new community of people, let's say in Christianity. Let's say you want to be a Christian man, a good Christian man. And let's say you're a Buddhist. I'm just giving an example here. There's something that's drawing you closer to that religion, right? So you have to ask yourself, why am I getting drawn to this religion? Like, what things do they stand up for that I'm standing up for? And question yourself really if this is the best thing for you. If it is, then go ahead and do it. And then, not just about your religion or whatever, like your lifestyle, your nutrition. Think, is this the best thing I should eat right now for myself or not? And all, then don't eat it. You know why you shouldn't eat it. And etc, etc, etc. With your friendships, your value is you don't smoke, you don't drink alcohol. I've said this before too. And you want people in your life that also don't do these things, and you like for you to take them seriously. If you have just a couple of friends that you just kind of stay away from, that's a different thing. But if you want to like literally tell them your not secrets, but like be vulnerable with them, you really want to care for them, stand up for them, then in that case you have to align yourself with people that you value, with the things that you value. In this instance, alcohol and smoking. I don't respect anybody that smokes weed, takes drugs, smokes weed, drinks alcohol. I don't respect those people. I mean, I'll be fine with them, but deep down I'm like, I don't want to be associated with you too much. It's fine, like whatever we have, but just don't stay away from me, kind of. I don't want to be completely indulgent with you, like spend most of my week with you, things like that. And this is also a very good one. You have to care about the things that you value. This could be your values, your family, your friends, and your relationship. Your girlfriend, in this case. I'm talking to the men here. You have to care about them deeply because, like I said, with this guy that was making fun of my mother, that's when it was a bit too far for me. Sorry. It was way too far from me. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna choose violence here. No, not so much, but I did something at least so that he would just shut his mouth about it, and which he did. He didn't do that again. I swear, he did not do that again, ever. So you have to care about people in your life deeply, and you cannot just do something like you have a friend, a close friend, but you hear some people are talking trash behind him. And you can't just sit there and agree with them, like, or just like laugh with them, like, ah. Stand up for your friend. If he's your friend that you truly care of, if you see that he's a good person and those people are making fun of him, talking shit behind his back for no reason, then stand up for him. He's your friend. Well, you wouldn't like it if you found out that your friend was also kind of talking shit behind your back. Okay, he didn't talk shit behind your back, but he was interacting with people that were talking trash about you, and he didn't really stand up for you. You wouldn't like that, right? You'd be like, "What are you? Is this how you show your loyalty to our friendship? Like you pretend to be a nice person in front of me, you smile and do ha 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 and make fun of me and jokes and everything. Okay, which is nice. However, behind my back, you're like this person that doesn't really like care, like doesn't really defend me, stand up for me. So yeah, do that as well. So you have to. Second thing is you have to care about your family, your friends, your relationship. Care about the people that really mean something to you. Doesn't have to be like these people that I said. It could be anyone. But most of the time it's always friends. And as a man, if you want to stand up for yourself, if you want people to respect you, and like for you to not have a situation where you're getting made fun of or somebody's talking behind your back, whatever it is, if you want that, if you want people to respect you, just go to the gym, train, get muscles, and be in shape. Take care of your looks. Have good hairstyle. Set your beard straight. If you don't have a beard, just like still get in shape. Have a good jawline. Hairstyle, hygiene. Brush your teeth twice a day. Floss them. Train. Get fit. healthy nutrition, no pimples on your face, no dark circles here, proper sleep. Take care of yourself, take care of your looks. Because in my life, I started going to the gym late 2020. Before that, I used to be, well, I told you, I used to be a fat fuck up until 2018 when I started losing all my weight because of, well, high school, because I used to be obese and everything. I didn't go to the gym, I just did cardio, just lost all that fat. However, I was still kind of skinny. I still wasn't so, like, alright. And before that, when I was obese, like I said, I used to get made fun of. People would make fun of me. They would indirectly say, like, well, we don't have to look at your face or something. Like, indirectly, I got told that by somebody. Well, it's everything goes fine until we see your face or something. I got said that by some girl. I don't even remember who she is. And there was an earthquake one time in school where we're in class. Earthquake comes, we shake a lot, the building shakes. And then the next week after that, we were in a different class, and somebody was talking about the earthquake that we had just before. And there was a mention of another fat teacher that we had in school. And then on one of the girls, there's a group of girls there which I absolutely hated. Nobody liked them really. They were obnoxious and everything. And one of those girls said, "Is this funnier than Pawan?" And I just linked the dots together because they're talking about the earthquake and then they talk about the fat teacher and they linked me in the conversation. So I kind of understood that they're making fun of me. They were trying to say that I caused the earthquake because of how big I was. And of course, I needed to hear that. I thank them for saying that to me because that kind of those things made me who I am today. If I didn't hear those things, I would have probably stayed a fat loser. So train, get good looks, have good hairstyle, brush your teeth, white teeth, trim your beard, make it look proper if you don't want to trim it. If you want to have it big like mine or bigger than mine, at least style it properly. Smell good, hygiene. Like I said, do all these things and people will respect you for that indirectly. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to say like, "Hey, respect me. I'm a human. You don't talk to me like that." You don't have to say that. You're not even gonna get those situations if you look good. Trust me. Like, since the moment I've been going to the gym and I developed my body to a certain period of time till now, I'm still training most of the week. Not once have I had a moment where I literally got disrespected to my face. Not once. I mean, there have been some heated moments here and there, but that's because of other things. Not like because somebody made fun of me for my values, my personality, my family, my friends, my girlfriend. Not because of things. I never got made fun of like that after I started going to the gym. Because when you see somebody who's shredded, who has big muscles, he takes care of himself, he has good hairstyle, he has good beard, he smells good. You just respect that person because they've gone through so many hard things to look like that the way they are now, which has taken them months and years to go through. So you respect those type of people, and in turn, you don't fuck with them, right? You don't want to offend them, right? Because you're afraid that if they get angry, they might fucking destroy you or something. You deep down, you kind of know that. You don't obviously think in that moment, like this stuff, that, what if I make, no. You just don't make fun of him. Because deep down, you know what's coming if you do make fun of him. He may be the sweetest guy ever. He may be a very good guy. But you still will not make fun of him. And that's true. Now let me tell you what you should do in some examples here. What you should do in a situation like this. Let's say you meet a guy. You just started talking to him on the street. He approached you. I don't know, but you got along well at that moment. But you did not really know much about his lifestyle and everything. As you get to know him, you find out that he's a degenerate guy who likes to go to the parties, go to nightclubs, and he wants to fuck random girls. He just wants to have one night stands. And you as a man, let's say you are like me. I don't go to nightclubs. I've never had a one night stand. I never want to have a one night stand, and I never will have a one night stand. Let's say you're a guy like me, and you find out this guy has these types of habits, this lifestyle that he has. To me, that's completely repulsive. That's gross and disgusting. I stay away from those people. And let's say he's a funny guy, like you still like him, but you don't want to be near him like too much, right? And this guy, he approaches you, not approaches you, but let's say he messages you, and he says, "Hey man, like why don't we go to the club? I want to fuck some bitches." Like, let's say he says some weird thing like that. He says some gross thing like that. And what you would do, what you should do, firstly, is be like, "No, bro, I'm good. I mean, thanks for asking, but I'm good. I don't do those things. I don't like going to the nightclubs and drink alcohol, and I don't like doing those things. Those things are not nice for me." Just say that. Just say that politely. If he understands, he'll be like, "Okay, it's okay. I think it's all right. Have a good day," or whatever, and he won't ask you again. However, this is the first scenario, which is the best one. If that guy is a smart guy, he should stop doing those things. If he's smart, he's gonna respect you for that. He won't ask you again. Second scenario, how this could end up is you say, "Thanks for asking me, but I'm good. I don't do these things. I don't like doing these things. It's okay." And then he's like, "Come on, man! Like, come on! Why don't you want to go? Like, it's like we'll have fun. Like, I'll get you some girl. I'll hook you up with somebody. Come on, we're gonna give you an amazing night." He's just insisting here that you should go with him, and even if you've said no already, then you here in this case just say, "Thank you for asking me, but I don't want to go with you, because because honestly those things are disgusting to me. I don't like those things, and so stop asking me that. Don't ask me again." Let's say he does that. Let's say you say this to him, like, "Don't ask me again," and then he might do this thing. One, he'll be like, "Okay, man, whatever." And you don't really talk, you kind of start getting distant from him, which is good. You get distant from him. Or the third thing is, which is very rare, is he starts making fun of you for being a pussy. Like, "Oh, you're such a pussy. You don't want to are you gay or something? You don't like to talk to girls? You don't have fun? Like, what's your life like? You don't like having fun? Like, how do you have fun? Isn't your life boring?" Well, this is very rare. This won't happen that much. Ever at all. I've never had that thing, ever. But just as a scenario here, what you should do in this case, if this guy is like literally making fun of dick, you'd be like, "Bro, it's been good talking to you. I don't want to talk to you again. You can keep doing these disgusting things for yourself and have a shit life afterwards. Enjoy it now. Instant gratification. Enjoy your life now. You're gonna have a shit time later, okay? So don't ever contact me again, and don't talk to me like this. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Get lost." And he'd be like, "Oh, you're just a pussy." And then say to him, "Oh, okay, then come say to my face." Say something like that to him. And of course, I'm not saying that these things that I'm telling you, it's easy to say. It's not easy to say. These things are hard to say. You are afraid of saying these things, and that's completely normal. We all fear saying these types of things because it's not natural. We don't want provocations and escalations. Well, I understand that. In times like this, you just have to muster up the courage and do it. This is how you become a brave person. Even if it's scary, you still go ahead and do it. That's a brave person. And the only way you get bravery and courage like this is if you go through hard things in the very beginning. You get made fun of, you slowly discover your values, you start giving a fuck about your life, about your lifestyle, about the people that you are with, about your girlfriend, about your parents, about your friends who you truly care about. And you don't take shit anymore from anybody because you've been through enough, and you're like, "Okay, no, I have to stand up for myself. I'm getting tired of being bullied around." And this is how you defend yourself. And this scenario is for people in school or just in college, let's say. People in school or university. Let's say you're a young boy, young man, and you kind of are a shy person. I don't know what let's say you look like you're a pretty average guy. You're a 5 foot, no, not 5 foot, whatever the fuck. Let's say you're 165, 170 centimeters tall, like normal, like not so bad, like not short, not too tall, but just okay. Let's say you're a guy like that, and let's say you come from a background of let's say you're from an African country called Niger. Let's say you're from Niger and you are living in a foreign country. Let's say you're in Europe or somewhere, and for example, you're in the UK. Let's say you're living in the UK with your family and everything. Like your grandfather moved there when he was a young man, and he found somehow made a living. Your parents grew up there, let's say, and now you're growing up there. So let's say now you're in school, and people know that your family is from Niger, which is in Africa, and they may be racist. There may be some racist people. They might say like, "Oh, are you from Niger? Like, do you get food down there? Is there water enough? Is there water there for you to drink? Like, aren't you guys like malnourished or something? Like, you guys have hunger problems? Like, really? Have you do go through those things?" It's like what kind of things is that to say to somebody that's not even living there, and somebody living in the UK, and still that's an insult, kind of like you're mocking the people that are going through hard things there. So of course, in that scenario, you'd politely say to them, why are you saying those things to me? And that's pretty disrespectful, okay? So please don't say that again. And let's say you say this to them, they might start making fun of you. Okay, let's say the first scenario is they're like, okay, we're sorry, and they never talk to you again, and you don't talk to them, okay? This is the best scenario here. The second scenario is you say that to them, like to stop making fun of your country and everything. They're attacking your culture. They're like, oh, I heard you guys do this, whatever it is that people do there. And they're making fun of you for that after you tell them to stop like saying those things. They make fun of you about your look, about your skin color, like, oh, you're just a blackie, or yeah, like you look like chocolate milk, or whatever disgusting racist shit they say. And at that point, you just tell them like, bro, like, stop saying that thing. If you say that again, it's not gonna be well for you. You give them a warning and say, I'm warning you. Don't fucking say that again. Otherwise, it's not gonna go well for you. You say that to them. And of course, there's repercussions for violence here. Repercussions for saying those things. Of course, your teacher like, how can you say those things? Because nobody stands up for the person that's getting bullied, and nobody cares if somebody's being bullied at all. They just let the bully do those things, but when somebody hits back, that's when they get like, oh no, you shouldn't have hit him back. Oh, why do you gotta hit him? Like, just tell me about it, because teachers don't do anything. They will listen to your story of like how you got bullied. They're not gonna do much. They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna talk to him. Oh, nothing happens. So you have to take matters in your own hands here. And let's say you give them a warning and they push you, which is rare. Let's say they push you and they kind of slap you, and that's when you just go all in, just beat the fuck out of them. Just beat them up. Just keep beating them up and teach a fucking lesson. Teach them a fucking lesson. Stand up for yourself. And okay, you might get repercussions. You might get shouted at by your parents, like, why did you gotta hit him so badly? Tell your parents, well, they were making fun of me and this. And of course, I'm not gonna just stand there and take it like that. I'm not a pussy. You don't want to be a pussy, right? So you do those things. Beat the fuck out of them. Beat the shit out of them. And I'm not saying you should be violent all the time. Violence is not good. That's the very last resort that you have as a man to defend yourself. The very last resort. The first way is with your words. Second way is with your tone, like polite words. Second way, like getting in an aggressive tone, like meaning telling them that you're very serious about these things, and not say that again, for them to not say that again to you. Third way is violence. You beat the fuck out of them. That way they'll never ever do that again. Teach them a good lesson. They will completely stop bullying you. They will stop bullying other kids, whoever else is in your life, whoever else is, let's say, a foreigner and an immigrant living in another country. Respect to those people that somehow make their way through hard times in their country and they move out to a different country and make a living there. That's not easy to do. So be proud of yourself. Proud for your parents, your grandparents that somehow made it. And yeah, so that's how you defend. That's how you stand up. That's how you should stand up for yourself. You have to care about the people in your life deeply, the closest ones, your friends, family, your relationship with your woman. Care about her, care about your parents, your brothers, your sisters, if you have them, and your friends, your best friends. Care the fuck out of them. Discover values as you go through life. Make it a journey for yourself and be open-minded here. Discover lives, question every little thing. Say, is this the best thing for me? Why is it the best thing for me? Why should I do this? keep questioning everything. Go through hard times, man. Like I said, I got made fun of a lot, which is why now I'm much better than I was before. If you don't go through that stuff, if you don't get made fun of ever, you're just gonna stay a weak softy. You don't want to be a softy, you want to be a tough person. A good person, but capable of being tough, of being a violent person. Just as a last resort. Because that is necessary for you to be a good man. You care about people in your life. You give love to your woman. Every second, give her as much love as you can. Be there for your parents. Be there for your friends. Protect them. Care for them. Love them. Be kind to them. Don't mistake kindness for weakness. Some people mistake that. Kindness is not weakness, it's a strength. And once people start making fun of you, they start taking advantage of you, because you've already gone through these hard times and everything. You have your values, you have the people that you care for, you know what you stand up for, and that's when you unleash your scary side, your dark side. That don't fucking do that again. It's not gonna be well for you. So stay the fuck away from me. And you do this in a really polite way, and they'll understand it. If you, like I said, if you take care of yourself, you have a good body, have muscles and everything, have a good look to yourself, and you say everything with conviction, like I'm saying it to you right now with conviction, nobody's gonna fuck with you like that. If somebody does fuck with you like that, you know what to do, and they'll stop doing that. So that's it. I hope this video fucking helps you out. So stay safe and take care.